Rule 24E. No player may have the ball directly in front or on the near side if by doing so an opponent is endangered who could have safely attempted to hook the player or to hit the ball had the original player been placed with the ball on the offside. In this graphic, the near side right-of-way lane, available only if certain conditions are met, is indicated by the color yellow, representing caution, to distinguish it from the offside right-of-way lane.
Before I ever get to the ball, I need to establish myself in one of those lanes. In the offside lane, I don't care what anybody does, I'm great there. But when I get into the near side, it's a shaded area. Now I've got responsibilities to make sure that I don't deny somebody else a play.
The player in the dark jersey denies his number 2 opponent in the light jersey his right to a play on the offside of the line. Dark crosses from the near side to the offside, fouling light number 2, who is following on the offside right-of-way. Had Dark stayed on the near side, he would not have fouled and also could have attempted a near side play. Here is another example of the responsibility a player on the near side, in this case Dark number 3, has to a player on the offside. Although Dark number 1 has the offside right-of-way, he is called off by his number 3 teammate on the near side of the line. As Dark number 1 leaves the play, his light opponent drops in and picks up the ball on his offside and escapes with it. No foul on this light player, as he starts with the ball on his offside and never endangers or limits his opponent's access up to the line. Here, the player in the light jersey uses the near side to proper advantage. The light player sees the ball hit from behind, moves into the near side lane, and checks up to allow the ball to reach him. On the offside, this definitely would have been a foul. However, because he is in the near side lane, and because no one is approaching from behind in his lane, he may wait for the ball to reach him. No foul.
The advantage to being on the near side versus the offside is you can sit on the near side, put yourself on the near side of a right-of-way, even an anticipated right-of-way, and wait for the ball to come past your stirrup. On the offside, you can't wait for the ball to come past your stirrup. If you slow down and you wait for the ball to come past your stirrup, then you're blocking somebody else's right-of-way behind. When that happens, you move to the near side, and you're not blocking his right-of-way.
In this case, the player may not wait for the ball on the near side. The number 1 light player attempts to return to the ball from the near side of the line. He fouls because the right-of-way is already filled by 2 players, number 2 light and number 2 dark, who are approaching from behind and making a play on each other.
It doesn't matter which side of the line a man's waiting on. He cannot wait. If there's 2 men coming up the line behind him, he cannot slow down and wait for a ball to pass his stirrup.
One of 3 conditions of safety must be met for a player to make a legitimate near-side play. First, a player may ride an opponent out of the offside right-of-way by executing a legal ride-off, as Dark does effectively here. In this example, although Dark does not execute a strong ride-off, he makes sufficient contact with light, causing him to move out of the right-of-way without denying him safe access to the ball. By executing a ride-off, a player can clearly establish his right to a near-side play that might otherwise be questionable.
And I think by either touching him or making him move away from the ball, that allows you to take the ball on the near side, and there is no danger because both of them are running parallel at the same speed.
Traveling parallel or nearly parallel to an opponent is the second condition which allows a player to make a near-side play. Dark hits the ball up past his teammate. The player in the dark jersey is traveling parallel to his opponent in the light jersey when the ball is hit past him. By remaining on the right side of the ball and taking the near-side shot, the dark player in no way endangers the light player. No foul on Dark.
So if the person has been running down the near side of the line with an opponent either parallel or nearly parallel, he can legally hit it on the near side.
It is important to remember that an opponent is not guaranteed a play on the ball, a hit or a hook, when to the right of a player, just protection from a dangerous situation that might be caused by a player taking the ball in front of his horse or on the near side right of way. The player in the dark jersey is parallel to his opponent in the light jersey. So although the light player would like to have an opportunity to a hit or a hook, it is not a foul for the dark player to hit from the near side, as he is not causing a dangerous situation for his opponent by doing so. Light is not guaranteed a play on the ball, just safe passage to the play, which Dark has allowed him here. The third condition under which a player may legitimately take the ball on the near side concerns distance. A player must be far enough ahead of an opponent to cross without the slightest risk of danger.
People say, well, how much distance is that? Well, at a walk, it could be a foot. At high speed, and one guy is going 30 and one guy is going 20, it's very dangerous.
The near side foul, in this example, is the result of two players who are not riding parallel or nearly parallel, and is committed by the player in the dark jersey. The player in the light jersey rides towards the near side lane at an angle to the line. His opponent in the dark jersey decides to approach the ball from the near side, but if he had stayed on the offside, both players would have had safe access up to the line. By moving to the near side, the dark player creates a situation that would have been without danger had he kept the ball on his offside.
If I'm on the offside and a player comes in and I move over to the near side to take the ball, which does not allow this player an opportunity to hook or to hit at the ball, then I have created a dangerous situation and a foul.
Occasionally, an opponent will move out of the right-of-way to avoid a bump. If both players are parallel or nearly parallel, it is not dangerous for a player to move to the near side and therefore not a foul. Simply moving the ball from offside to near side and then crossing over the new line, as in this example, is not a foul. This player hits the ball to his left and continues across the new line to take his next shot on the near side. As the dark player is in no way endangered by the play, it is perfectly legal. A player may never meet another player while carrying the ball on the near side. The fact that a player has been carrying the ball on the near side for some distance, as the player on the black pony has been in this diagram, gives him no additional privilege.
There's a lot of misunderstanding that says, well, if I've been established on the near side and gone the length of the field with it on my near side, that I can just continue and it doesn't matter where anybody's coming from, and that is absolutely not true.
To avoid a dangerous situation and a foul, the player on the black pony must move over and meet the oncoming player offside to offside. A player may not turn back to meet or follow a ball if he has to cross from the near side to get to the offside unless the distances are sufficient. Dark's opponent fouls by crossing from the near side to the offside at an unsafe distance in front of Dark, who has the offside right-of-way. A player may not move over the line in front of an opponent to take the ball on the near side if by doing so the player creates a dangerous situation. This example again shows negligent use of the near side. As safe as it is to move over to the near side from a parallel position, it is equally dangerous to move over, as the dark player does here, when an opponent is approaching the near side from an angle. The player in the light jersey comes to the near side from an angle to the line. His opponent in the dark jersey, by placing his mount between him and the ball, creates a dangerous situation that could have been avoided had he kept the ball on his offside. Foul on Dark. Legal use of the near side is always dependent on an opponent's safe access to the ball. Players approaching the line of the ball from the right, at almost any angle, must be allowed safe access up to but never across the line. For the player on the white pony to switch from off to near side with an opponent approaching from any of these angles constitutes a foul. The player on the white pony creates a dangerous situation which could have been avoided had he remained on the offside, and therefore fouls.
You start out on the offside and you move to the near side, and by doing so you endanger somebody who could have gotten in that lane safely, then it's a foul. On the reverse side of that, if you do so and it's not dangerous, then it's not a foul.